pace. Ticket to ride, white line highway. Tell all your friends they can go my way. To up your nose or through your vein with nothing to gain except killing your brain.
Hi Michael, welcome to the Quint. Now I'd like to start off by asking you, how closely does your role, reflect the real Kiki Camarena? Is it closely reflecting his life and his personality, or are there fictional elements that you added to it?
I mean, I never interviewed the man himself, so I wasn't able to fully get like a grasp on him per se. But I interviewed his wife and his boss, and I talked to people around him, and they were able to tell me that the reason that he was a very focused man was because of all the things that are happening around him. The fact that he was telling other people about them, they also didn't believe him. So it was tough, and that fed the fire to his almost obsession about this thing, especially when he can see that it was all going to end very badly. He was trying to avoid that, and when somebody doesn't believe you, it kind of adds to the fire.
What in your mind drives a person like Kiki Camarena? He's this incorruptible person. When there's so much corruption around you, there's a fear of violence, there's a fear of life, there is a temptation to get money, to get corrupted. But this man stood by a certain thing and wanted to take on the cartel. What do you think drives a person like him?
I think, to be honest with you, the majority of people on this planet are good people. Of course, in the news you hear about the 10% that are bad. But for the most part, I walked up and down India. We went on a 2-3 hour walk, and it was like you saw just a lot of very good people, and so I think he knew that in his heart, that there's mainly good people everywhere, and he just didn't like injustice. He didn't see the need for senseless killings and for men, women, and children to be put in harm's way and to be dealt drugs that are gonna, destroy families, a person, their friends, end up in jail. Like, there was no need for that. And it takes a certain kind of person to take that upon himself, to do good by that.
Now, how did you come on board Narcos Mexico?
Well,
and did you at any point of time want to play Felix's role, because the bad guy is probably more interesting to portray?
So that means you don't like my part. That's
no,
okay.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool, to be honest with you, if I was able to play that part. Those are flashier parts. I think these are, in my mind, this is a little harder to do, how to sustain this, and you have a lot of exposition where you explain the story, and he's just, in my mind, it's a little easier to play, because it's a little more fun. That's always easier, but yeah, so maybe next time, if there's the movie or something like that, it would be fun to do. But in the meantime, I definitely liked playing this one. It's just, it was challenging for me, to be honest. It wasn't that easy. But I had a conversation with Eric Newman about 3 years ago, and he told me that he had plans to move it to Mexico, Narcos Mexico season 1. And I saw the show after the meeting, and I said, wow, this is a fantastic show. It's almost better than a lot of the movies, about Latin America, because it really captured the Latin American sense. And I thought that was really cool. And so I was naturally excited to be in it.
Now, you and Diego Luna go back some way. He directed you in Cesar Chavez. What was your experience like working with him as your director then?
It's funny. You build a different kind of relationship when you're with a director, because they're telling you what to do most of the time. And that was a film that I love, and that I hold dearly, and I thought he did a great job with it. But I only knew him as a director, and then when we were filming Narcos, he had his thing and I had my thing, and we were always in different parts, so we didn't get to hang out that much. We've actually been hanging out more in the press tour, and I was like, oh, this guy's really, really cool. But yeah, so we always had mainly a working relationship. But he's a great guy, super cool.
Okay, what's the one thing that Michael Peña is addicted to?
I definitely love watching movies with my family.
All right.
Me, my wife, and my kid will literally sit in front of the television, and sometimes it takes longer to pick a movie than to watch it. But we'll pick something that we like. Last thing that we all really love, Ready Player One. You know, we watched it as a family, and I was like, there were some really cool references that I got that my son didn't get. But you know, all in all, it was a fantastic story for, you know, that all three of us liked, and that's always really good. Some of the, you know, the animation movies are really good because of the way that they're written.
Right, right. Is there any show that you're currently watching on Netflix that you would recommend for viewing?
Yeah, I mean, Evil Genius is it's so well made. It's really cool. Wild Wild Country, fantastic. Like, I think I watched Wild Wild Country in like a day or two. That was fantastic. Ozark, The Staircase.
All right.
Making a Murderer. 13 Reasons Why, the first season was really good. Ozark was really good. Yeah, I watch a lot of Netflix.
I just saw Anurag Kashyap, the Indian filmmaker who's made Secret Games, has put up a picture on Instagram with you and Diego. Did you guys exchange notes on filming South American mobs versus Indian underworld?
No, we were just talking about Indian cinema, and it was great. Yesterday we got to meet a lot of writers, directors, producers. You know, I'm gonna watch Gold,
Okay.
Black Friday, Makbul.
Right.
That one, and then I've written down some other ones that I'm eager. Yeah, I watched some of the trailers, and it looked like really amazing,
Okay.
you know, cinematography, and it's not easy.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
to
you,
us.
appreciate it.